Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making some yummy baked goods. I started making baked goods a lot within the past year, but then quarantine and coronavirus happened, and now I've been on like a crazy streak of making baked goods. Honestly too much. It's a little cray cray, but it keeps me happy, so why not do it? Keeps my creative juices flowing. Within quarantine, I started making a sourdough starter because somehow in Ireland I couldn't find yeast, and I don't know if that's a coronavirus thing or if that's a thing just in general for Ireland.
I probably sound like an idiot. I'm sure there's like this magical spot that you can go and find yeast, like it's super easy, but
I can't find it. So I started making sourdough starter, and here he is. His name is Frank. Say hello to Frank. Frank's super easy to make. There's a lot of recipes online to figure out how to do it if you're interested. You can make so many different types of things with this. I've made flatbread, I've made sourdough bread, I've made pancakes, I've made just so many things. And today, we are gonna be making donuts out of it. This process is gonna take a few days, 2 days. So we're gonna make the dough now, and then I'll come back tomorrow and finish the recipe. Let's get started, yeah? From my daily sour bread. So today our ingredients are about 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Now the recipe again calls for, I think, like bread flour, wheat flour. All I had on hand was all-purpose cream, regular flour, flour. Then it asks for 3 eggs. I'm gonna do the 3 eggs even though I'm usually plant-based. I have eggs, so let's do eggs. Calls for 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And then what else do we have here? I've got my lovely sourdough starter, and here I'm using about 100 grams of sourdough starter. See, here's the funny thing, right? So I'm American, so everything that I use in baking is in cups. Here they use a lot of grams and milliliters and liters and all that stuff. So whenever I make a recipe, I gotta use both. I'm like 1 cup of this, grams of this, and I just like convert it all on Google and hope for the best when things come out. And most of the time it comes out. Like I said, maybe learn the actual metrics, but like Google is handy dandy. Water or milk. I've got about 100 milliliters of water. What are we doing? Oh, I forgot. Also, some butter. Not melted, softened butter, 120 grams of that. And that is our base for our
dough.
Dandy new device that my lovely fiance got me. Her name is Karen. She's my lovely KitchenAid. I love her with all of my beautiful heart. And yeah, we're about to start mixing things up. Yeah. First and foremost, we're gonna take our sourdough starter and our water, and we're gonna mix it in together. Delish. That looks gorgeous. Just so I get it all, I'm gonna take a spatula, obviously, and just get all of that starter in there. And this is what makes the bread puff up and yeasty, because there's active yeast in sourdough, and it gives it a nice tangy flavor. I am in love with sourdough. I don't think I'll ever stop doing the sourdough starter just because I love the flavor of it, and I've even got my parents doing it. So basically, right, that was that. And then I'm gonna take my paddle attachment and just mix it nicely before I switch over to the dough hook. Three cheers for Karen. She's the best. Now we are going to add all of our other ingredients. So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. So that's fully incorporated. I'm going to add the rest. And now it's starting to thicken up. You can see it in there. It's starting to get thick, so I'm probably going to switch over to my dough hook and knead it for 5 minutes and then let it rest for about 10, and then we're going to add the soft butter to it to make it super soft. So I switched to the dough hook, and now we're kneading the dough. Alright, so we're going to check on that in a little bit. Okay, it's slowly but surely getting there. I just remembered I forgot to record myself putting the eggs and a little bit of whiskey and some salt. My bad. Guys, this is my first time doing this, so I'm learning how to do it all. But, yes, so we're kneading. We're getting there. We're almost to the point where I think I'm going to add my butter. Okay. Half the butter going in to the mixture. Now that's super integrated, I'm going to add the other half. Good afternoon, everyone. We are day 2 into the sourdough donuts. So we're gonna take them out of the fridge now, see how it looks, and then I'm gonna flour up my hands. Take a sheet, put some parchment paper down, and we're gonna try to divide into smaller balls. Yeah, that's the plan. And then after we do that, we have to just let it sit again at room temperature for a couple hours, and it's time to fry. So this is our dough. It definitely has doubled in size, which is great. So, what's your guys' favorite thing to make? Cooking wise or baking wise? I'd like to know in the comments down below. And if you have any suggestions for me for what I should bake or things that you are interested in me making, let me know. I'm always up for a challenge. I'm not gonna say it's gonna look perfect. Working on that presentation, but I just love getting my hands dirty. And voila! So we have that done. I'm gonna put some cling film over it and we're gonna let it rest for a few hours. and check on it when it hopefully doubles in size, and then we'll fry. Why is it that you guys only see me when I'm looking
Like raw.
I need to work on that. I need to like make myself look at least like a human more often. But here we are at one of the last steps of these donuts. It's a long process, but I hope well worth it. So we're heating up the oil now. We want it to be around 175, 180 Celsius or 347 to 356 Fahrenheit. Whatever that is. I've got a little thermometer here. It's a meat thermometer, that's all I got. We're gonna hopefully this will work. Kind of a little rough. This might be our tester donut. Let's show you what's going on. Ooh. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh, yeah. This one turned out amazing. Focus. This one turned out so good. Let's hope the rest of them go that way. When those are done, and I'll show you, and then we'll talk about the filling process. Okay guys, ignore him in the background. I'm at the point now where we've got them fully fried, ready to go, and we're going to fill. I didn't film
how do you feel about how things
the icing or the what you're gonna fill it with, but really you can choose. I've got some whiskey, chocolate, coffee, buttercream. So I just took the vanilla buttercream that I used in my last video. I had extra, re-whipped it, added some chocolate to it, added a little bit of whiskey to it, and some coffee extract. And now we've got that. It's delicious. It tastes like an Irish coffee. And I also made up just some strawberry jam for, you know, strawberry jelly donut.
Yeah, no, like
those are my two, but you could do like apples, you can do raspberries. You can do anything, just whole chocolate ganache, custard. A lot of people do custard.
Like,
up
actually,
to you.
I said that in the interview.
So we're gonna start filling up.
You know, if you ask Ross, like,
So what first thing you're gonna do is take
and I
this,
think it's because you can't really manufacture.
take like a butter knife or anything like that, and you're gonna want to make a hole and wiggle in, get some room, right, to fill it all up, because we want a super filled donut, right? So we're gonna do that, and then I'm first going to do
I was very proud of that. Like, I had never even thought about that.
this, and then you're gonna stick it in.
I was like, yeah, okay, that's it. I want everyone to go over. Like, if Ross was able to get a completely new team. Go through that, the whole thing around, like it's.
I'm gonna fill up the recipes and come back to you. So here they are in all their glory, looking delicious. And we have one last step. Basically, you just want to take a sifter, you know, one of those things. That you shake the powdered sugar on so there's no clumps. Just do that on top of all your donuts, and then it's time to eat. Okay, this is it. This is the final product. Oh my gosh, are we excited? Brian, what do you think of the donuts?
I think they are absolutely amazing, and I think that you got exactly what you were going for. They're crispy yet soft, and they have a nice tanginess from the sourdough. I think you could sell them for €3 each.
Oh my goodness. And that concludes it. That was me baking some sourdough donuts, or as my mom would say, punchkis.
Punchkis?
Punchkis.
No idea what that is.
It's Polish donuts.
Oh, I should probably know that.
All right, say goodbye. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification if you would like to know when I'm posting. Make sure, I don't know what else to say. Please like, comment, subscribe, post notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Jade Renee and Twitter. And you can follow Brian at Brian.
Call me an Irish Knicks fan if you want, but
Tell me if you make these at home. I would love to see pictures. Bye!